Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my new content. It's called Albums Recall. It's where I go back in time and give you my opinion on why that certain hip hop album was a classic to me, why it's one of my best, what effect that happened in the hip hop community, and why it affected me in a good way or in a bad way, why I like it, why it's one of the best albums to this day. And I'm gonna go now, and the first album for the first show is called Ready to Die by the Notorious B.I.G. So, Ready to Die is the debut studio album by the American rapper the Notorious B.I.G. released on September 13th, 1994 by Library Records. The album featured productions by Easy, Chucky Thompson and DJ Premier, as well as Lord Finesse, amongst others. The recording of the album took place between 1993 and 1984 at the Hit Factory at the DD Studios in New York City. The autobiography album tells the story of the rapper's experience as a young criminal and was the only studio album released during his lifetime, as he was murdered 6 days before the release of his second studio album, Life After Death, back in 1997. Ready to Die was a very big release, and the critical acclaim became a commercial success, achieving gold certification. In 1995, it was certified double platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, and has since reached a certification of quadruple platinum with sales. It was significant for revitalizing the East Coast hip hop scene. The West Coast hip hop commercial dominations during that time. The album's second single, Big Papa, was nominated for a Grammy Award for the Best Rap Performance at the 1996 Grammy Awards. Ready to Die has been regarded by many critics as one of the greatest albums of all time, as well as one of the best albums during the 90s. I can't disagree with that. That is one of the best albums of all time. And then when that album did drop, that big numbers, and this stated earlier, it did revitalize the East Coast hip hop scene when hip hop was dominated, G-Funk was dominating the scene. B came out of nowhere, made East Coast took that crown back. You single-handedly put the East Coast back on the map, And also, the length of the album is 69 minutes and 5 seconds. Also, the producers, there were some great producers on this album. You had the Blues Brothers, you had DJ Premier, Easy, Rashad Smith, Lord Finesse, Chucky Thompson. Thing with the production, when you have people like Easy, I think he also put his stamp on his album, to me, because half of the tracks were produced by him. You had tracks like Ready to Die, you had Warning on there as well. A lot of tracks, and Easy is one of the greatest producers of all time, and he put his stamp on the album. Because he used to work a lot with the battle artists. He had Craig Mack, with Flavor in the Air. He produced Flavor in the Air, So he did his thing, and then DJ Premier is one of my all time, in my top 5 producers of all time. Unbelievable. He produced Unbelievable with the R. Kelly sample on it. Unbelievable. That's one of the best samples. That's one of the best songs as well. One of my favorite songs as well. Another song that's not one of my favorite songs in there, I've got to say, is Give Me the Loot, because the way Biggie was telling the story and the way he was changing his voice in each verse, even with each bar, like I thought it was when I heard that song, I thought it was somebody else speaking. I was like, who's this? The two people? Huh? No, but it was just Biggie on his own. But he was changing his voice, and within every bar, he was changing his voice. You think it sounded like it was two people speaking. Like it was just him, but it was on rapping. And then that's one of my favorite songs as well. And his lyrical theme, I like his style. Like his lyrical ability was generally praised by critics. Many critics applaud his storytelling ability, such as all music writer Steve Hill, who stated his raps are easy to understand, but his skills are hardly lacking. He has a loose, easy flow. I can't disagree. His talent for playing multiple rhymes on top of another in quick succession. That's true. He went on to mention that his lyrics were family rooted in reality, but play like a scene from a movie. Can't disagree with that. Torre, writer for New York Times, referred to the Notorious B.I.G. proclaimed that he stood out from other rappers because his lyrics mix autobiographical autobiographical. Detailed about crime and violence and emotional honesty, telling how he felt was making a living as a drug dealer. The album also noted for its dark tone and sinister sense of depression. And another that reminds me, Suicide Thoughts. That's one of the most realist and but more saddest songs. The way it is, you need to listen to it. Because depression is a serious thing, but suicide, suicide is a serious issue. And that song there, a lot of people who suffer from depression actually listen to that song and felt it and understand the pain when they were listening to that song. The album altogether, you can listen to the album without stopping the track. You start from the finish. The first song, Things Don't Change, to the last song, Suicide Thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, it was a story. Like his mom giving birth to him in the intro, and then him dying tragically in Suicide Thoughts. And the 3 singles from the release from the album: Juicy, Big Papa, One More Chance, and the promotional track of the album, Warning. Juicy was released as the lead single on 8th of August 1994. It peaked at number 27 on the Billboard Hot 100, 14 on the Hot Rap Hip Hop single track, and reached number 3 on the Hot Rap single. It shipped 500,000 copies in the United States and certified gold on November 16th, 1994. Juicy, yes, so that's what I'm saying. So the legacy of this album, rated that has been highly acclaimed in 1998. The Source included in his under 100 best rap album of all time. Steve Hoy from the All Music gave it a 5-star, stating it the album that reinvented East Coast rap for gangster age, ready that I made the Notorious B.I.G a star. Today recognized as one of the greatest hardcore rap albums of all time. Can't disagree with that, and mostly due to Biggie's skills as a storyteller. Again, I can't agree with that. He's one of the best storytellers. And stated on Rated that Wallace took his street corner experience and filtered them through his considerable charm. The result was a record for the mixed long stretch of menacing with moments and lots of humour. No rapper ever made a multi-visible rhyme so sound as smooth. The album also included in the book of the 100 albums you have never heard before. One of the best albums, man. It's one of the best albums of all time, and that's my reason is because his storytelling, his darkness, his real gritty. His story about his street life growing up, and it has had a big story to it. And it's that's one of the best albums of all time. And that's my favorite album. It's one of my favorite albums, like my top 3, I should say. And could you like and share, and comment in the comment section what album I should do next. Peace.